Howdy folks, George Shibley back with you on a 28 Tiara, a 2028 Tiara. As you can see, it's got the full complement of Raytheon gear that was available at the time. R70 radar on the port side, Ray Chart 520 in the center. Ray data, top right corner, and the old reliable, or sometimes unreliable, Ray Pilot 650. So all of that's going to come off, and we are going to fabricate a nice aluminum plate that's going to go over this area where all the old gear is, cover up the holes. We are going to have that professionally painted Tiara gray to match the helm, and then all the new holes for the new gear, which is going to consist of a Icon VHF radio, a Furuno autopilot, and a Garmin chart plotter is going to replace all the gear that you see there. So it's going to look real nice. VHF radio also down to your bottom right there. Kind of an awkward place for a VHF radio, but when the helm isn't big enough, that's what you have to do. So all this is going to be redone. Just want to give you a look here at what we're dealing with initially, and we'll be back and show you what it looks like as we progress. Stay tuned. Howdy folks, George Shibley back with you here on the 28 Tiara, 2028 Tiara. Give you an indication here how the helm looks now. All the gear has been taken out. Importantly, not only that, but if we go ahead and lay the helm back here, you will also notice that the inside of the helm has been cleaned up of much of the old wiring that was in there. The autopilot brain is still there. The old autopilot brain is still there. That is not been removed yet, but one of the important things I think that we do that I think helps to separate us from others, if you look at the transducer cable here that's coiled up, this is a Garmin transducer cable. We're actually going to reuse that, but what we do is we attach a little tag to it that says Garmin 6-pin transducer, so we know what it is. And then if we come over here, there used to be a Ray data on the boat, as you saw, and if we look here, you'll see that it says the old exducer for the Ray data, so we know what that is. That uses a very common transducer, so it is possible in the future that that transducer could be reused on another piece of equipment. So I don't want to cut the wire all the way back because, as I said, it's uses an Airmore B744V, which is very common, and that could be reused in the future if the customer decided to go down that road. So we have our wire in for our rudder reference, which is always a fun task, and making good headway. As I said, the inside of the helm has been cleaned out of virtually all of the wiring, and we're going to make a new fascia to go in the front here. So we'll cover up all those holes and we'll just have our new gear in place. So stay tuned. Appreciate you watching. Howdy folks, back with you here on the 28 Tiara. I just want to show you what the inside of the helm looks like now that we are done with 99% of our wiring. Excuse the cord here for the lamp. Everything is neat, clean. You'll see that our wires are running up here, and those go to the autopilot brain for the Furuno 711C autopilot. Everything tied not only on the bus bar there, the ground bar at the autopilot, but then neatly wire tied down the helm and out of the way, so that, you know, going forward, when you need to open this helm to work on it, it's not in your way, whether it be me or anyone else. I like to do that. So you'll notice down here those little black tags on the fuse block, so we know what's what. Before, there was no indication of what was what, so you had to trace wiring. Now we can see clearly autopilot, 78612 XSV, MFD, and VHF radio. Also, even though I didn't put it on, the windlass is also indicated. So again, we just know what's there. That's the correct way to do things. You'll see wires hanging through the helm here, and in this area right here, and also there's a couple wires, the red and the black, hanging here, as well as the you'll see right there the white cable for the VHF radio, coax cable for the VHF radio. Also located down here is our NEMA 2000 block, so that the chart plotter and VHF radio can communicate via NEMA 2000. We prefer to take NEMA 183 into the autopilot, and we've just had better success doing that. And but to the VHF radio, we'll go NEMA 2000. So just want to give you a quick look here before we close it up for the time being. Howdy folks, we're back on the Tiara, kind of wrapping up here. Just want to show you what the finished product looks like here. 7612 XSV on the left side there. On the right we have a new ICOM 506, and above that we've got the Furno Nav Pilot 711C. Everything has turned out real well. Certainly gives the boat a nice updated look. You'll remember, I'm not sure if I detailed it or not, but there used to be, right up where that hole is, this small mount, which was for an old Garmin chart, or not chart plotter, but fish finder. Well, we got rid of that because it would have been difficult to see all the way back there anyway. And we converted that transducer, the existing transducer, so it would work with the new 7612 XSV. So no new transducer, but now everything we've got right in front of the helm, and very easy to see. So just kind of wanted to give you a final look here of how everything turned out. It really looks nice. And again, we always appreciate you watching. If you'd like to get in touch with us, you can reach us by phone at 216-407-6553, or by email at southshoremarineenelectronics@oh.rr.com. Thanks very much for watching.